How's it going, Max?
Good.
Signposts have you come up with so far?
Really what you had, but I am paying attention to, like, right here, where it's saying, this guy, I think, I don't know how to pronounce it, Joe Batista, that's how you pronounce it, of Toronto Blue Jays, just like Curtis Granderson, they both hit a lot of home runs, and then they hit more because they adjusted their kick a little bit better, and then they got even more home runs. So just by adjusting their footwork from what they had before, they hit even more home runs to win more.
Okay.
So what signpost did you feel that was for you?
I feel like that was again and again.
Again and again, because
Yeah,
he's
because-
just sharing two examples,
Yeah, because
ideas.
Curtis Granderson did it first, and then Joe Batista did it because he thought it might help him, and it did a lot.
So, as you were reading this and you thought, oh, that's an again and again, did that change your thinking about kind of our definition of again and again that we had on the chart?
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
It kind of changed it because it. I'm trying to think. It made it seem as that instead of the book saying it over and over again, that the people did it again, and so it's kind of different.
Okay. Is what you're saying, Max, that instead of repeating an idea or repeating a word or phrase, that giving multiple examples of something in a text might be a way to think
Yeah.
about again and again?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about that? Clarify your thinking a little on that for me.
Multiple examples like right here. Oh, like this, where multiple examples. NFL QB completing a pass. Examples of footwork going right. And right here, when shooting, hockey players keep their legs spread about 2 feet apart.
So why do you think the author included this whole piece? These examples?
Because it's showing that footwork does count, that it'll step up your game.
So really what you just taught Mrs. King and I something. That's a new way for us to think about it too. When we do our share out in a little bit, Max, are you willing to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
And maybe what we should do is talk about that as something we can add to our anchor chart, because I think it's brilliant what you noticed there. Really cool use of that signpost, huh? Okay.
Contradiction, like comparing two things, but
Okay.
then it made perfect sense.
Well, how brilliant is this kid that he helped us think of a different way to approach that signpost.
So then are we looking at, so then I'm still thinking about contrast and contradiction and informational text. Because initially we were thinking they're comparing two things. But like not straight up comparing.
You mean by giving these separate examples, that would be a contrast and contradiction?
Because we said it was comparing two things, so I'm wondering if we would still like that.
I don't know. We could, maybe what we do is kind of share Max's example of how he applied again and again, and then talk with the kids about if they think that could fit with both, that example from that text. That might be a way for them to clarify thinking too.
Because that's still the hardest signpost for me, minus yesterday's example.
Okay. To compare and contrast. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's contrast and contradiction. Literature-wise, I can see it, and I'm still wondering how it feeds into informational text. It did great yesterday with Washington.
Right.
And comparing the two lives. But beyond that, I think it's one maybe less seen, I guess.
Okay. So maybe that's one we kind of look for specifically in
examples.
core texts.
Mhm.